What's going on, Daily Dosers? Austin here. I'm bringing you today's message in a time, in a season, man, where it is so weird out there. I hope you are doing well, and even if you're doing decent enough, if you're doing bad, wherever you're at, I just want to give you a little bit of an encouragement today that we're all in this together. And as a church, as a body of Christ, I hope that we can lean into the fact that we have so much of a hope in Jesus Christ that no matter where you're at, you can find some rest in that. And in our series, To Be Still and Know That He is God, I just want to encourage you that no matter where you're at in your life, for me, right now, where are my kids going to go to school? Are they going to be in school full-time? Is it part-time? Is it all homeschooling? Should we wear a mask? Should we not wear a mask? There's so many things that are unknown in this season. Do we have jobs? Are we furloughed? All these different things that we're kind of trying to grasp in our mind. It's a season of so much uncertainty, and you find yourself in a mood. You're super grumpy for a couple days. Maybe you're in a season of anxiety and depression. Maybe it's a short season. Maybe it's a long season. And here's how I grasp with that, is oftentimes when I'm in a mood, and if I find myself super grumpy for a couple days, I like to press pause and kind of take the airplane in that 30,000 foot mode and realize what's the perspective on my situation. And what I mean by that is to take a couple days where you're not feeling good and you realize, okay, why am I in this mood? And you realize for a couple weeks you've been grumpy because you have this big decision at work, or maybe you're stressed because there's some uncertainty at work, or like I said before about kids going back to school and you have no idea what you guys are going to do in a couple weeks. But then to allow yourself to feel those emotions and to be grumpy, to be angry, to be happy, whatever you're going through. But when you fill your emotions around with some of this perspective, I feel like that gives me clear running ways to say, okay, I give myself permission to feel this way because I've had a bad couple of days. Or, hey, I'm super happy and I'm stoked on life right now because some cool stuff's going on. And you allow yourself the permission to feel those things and to really live in it. And the hope that I said earlier that we have in Jesus Christ all comes back to this. And I love the perspective that Psalm 62 gives us on where we're at. And that's where I want to dive into in this moment. And this is my encouragement to you, is that in a season like this where there is so much uncertainty, I just want to encourage you that it's right here. Check this out. Psalm 62. I'm going to read the first couple verses of this psalm. It says, "My soul finds rest in God alone. My salvation comes from him. He alone is my rock and my salvation. He is my fortress. I will never be shaken." Verse 3 says this, "How long will you assault a man? Would all of you throw him down this leaning wall, this tottering fence? They fully intend to topple him from his lofty place. They take delight in lies. With their mouths they bless, but in their hearts they curse." Verse 5 says, "Find rest, O my soul, in God alone. My hope comes from him. He alone is my rock and my salvation. He is my fortress. I will not be shaken." And David kind of writes that as a chorus. He says, "Find rest, O my soul, in God alone. My hope comes from him. He alone is my rock and my salvation. He is my fortress. I will not be shaken." And I love that he repeats that. He says that twice in the first 6 verses. And for us as Christians, in a season like this, God is our rock. He's our fortress. He's our hope. He is everything that we have. And for me, when I get stressed, when I get anxious, when I get depressed about where we are right now, I sometimes just find myself laughing, and my prayer becomes, God, you are in control, and I give all of this to you. I open my hands because so often I try to hold on to things so tightly and make these decisions, and I'm in control. But when I open my hands and I give it all to him, my hopes, my dreams, my fears, my failures, whatever that is, and I give that up to God because he's my hope, he's my rock, he's my fortress and my salvation, I find myself kind of in a moment of rest. And today, wherever you're at, I just encourage you to allow yourself to feel those emotions, but also feel those emotions knowing that Jesus Christ has our back. In a season where we have no idea what's going on, God does, and I love that. And that's where I'm going to end us today, in the encouragement and the hope that we have in Jesus Christ. Hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you next time.